Day 7, 1 week is over. It's probably been the longest and probably the worst week of my life. I think the first couple of days I was in a bit of shock after the accident. And then I realized that this is my reality right now, and I figured, okay, I better do what I can to get through this. Took a lot of patience. I've had to really dial back because I'm somebody who gets up, does things, doesn't hesitate. I'm active, I'm always moving, and I'm stuck basically lying down with a neck brace on, limited mobility, realizing that anything I do, if I move too much or if I make a mistake, I'll be back to square one or maybe worse. So I've been really exercising as much patience as I can with myself, following the doctor's orders, not doing too much, keeping my neck relatively immobile. How did I get through this week? Well, I guess after the first couple of days, I realized I just have to get through this and do the best that I can. And that's when I started reading about what I need to do to hopefully help bones heal. So I've been eating well, taking the vitamins and minerals that I talked about earlier this week. Every time I do have to get up to go to the washroom, I pace the room a little bit. I do some little exercises, mostly leg, not so much my upper body. But it kind of keeps me sane and disciplined. You have to be disciplined because when you get up, you're kind of feeling a little weak. But I started with 5 minutes of pacing, then I worked up to 10 minutes. I wouldn't overdo it. I haven't been overdoing it. I don't want to overdo anything right now, but I have to keep moving because when you're lying around all day and you do have, when you have to be helped up, take the opportunity to at least get your body moving, just to avoid things like bed sores and I guess potential, I've read about blood clots in people who don't move around a lot and they're lying down all the time. And when I can, I try and sort of sit up with my neck obviously straight and immobile. So those are really important. Slowing down everything that you do it slowly. If you do get up with help, do it slowly. Walk to the washroom slowly. The challenge that I found is, if you're reaching for something and it drops, for example, and you can't look to the side because you have to look straight ahead, your body tends to involuntarily reach out and kind of grab if something is falling, and then you jerk yourself. That is a bit of a challenge. So when something falls, let it fall. Don't try and grab it. It's been tough. There have been some tough moments where I felt, really frustrated, angry at myself, resentful that my husband is still able to walk around and go outside and enjoy this beautiful summer weather we're having and go and see the horses and do all of these things, and I'm having to lie here basically and do nothing, get bored. And when I get really feeling like I'm frustrated and a bit grumpy and resentful, I tend to kind of distract myself by watching something on Netflix or on the TV just to kind of take my mind off. And after I do that, I tend to feel better. So when you're finding yourself feeling frustrated, sad, angry, and all of those emotions, watch a movie, watch a TV show, do something that will take your mind off it, because you don't want to be lying here just feeling more and more frustrated. And get into a routine. My routine is pretty simple. In the mornings, I kind of take my time when I'm waking up, and when I first have to get up, as I said, I take it slowly. In the mornings, I try not to watch TV or anything. I'll check my emails, or I'll have breakfast. I'll get up and do my exercises, maybe talk to people on the phone. And I save my TV or movie time till the afternoon because the days are long, really long. So I get up, I go to the washroom, I do a little bit of exercise, I lie down, check my emails, read, talk to somebody on the telephone. I might have to get up again, and then I'll do my exercise again and then lie back down, and then I'll have lunch, and then afterwards in the afternoon, just to pass the afternoon, I'll watch TV or movies. And by the end of that, after a little break midday, and all of this is punctuated by whenever I have to get up to go to the washroom, doing a little bit of exercise, as simple as it may be, just to get moving. And even on the bed, you can do a few leg stretches, or bring your knees to your chest, depending on what kind of a collar you have. Basically, it's just to keep your day in some kind of a routine, because you're in this little world, in the room, and you just have to have some kind of routine and sanity to get through it. And by the end of the day, I'm usually kind of tired. Sometimes I nap. I try not to let myself nap too much because I want to sleep at night, but I know if I'm really feeling tired, I will take a nap, and that helps. This is all about healing. Eat well. Don't eat too much because you're not moving around too much. I'm conscious of that. I'm doing a little bit of exercise, but I'm not eating to the extent I would normally eat, because I'm not moving the way that I would normally move, which would be basically all day long, outside and inside. So this is the hardest thing I've ever had to go through in my life. And my focus is really on doing everything I can to hopefully get the bones healing, knitting together, and getting back, I hope, on my feet as soon as possible. So I'm very focused. I'm trying to stay positive and moving forward. So continuing this journey after week 1, and hoping that the next week will pass quickly before I see the neurosurgeon. And I hope that I get good news, in other words, that the bones are healing. I don't know what the prognosis will be in terms of being able to get up and around and moving without this brace. I suspect I'll have it on for quite some time, but I'm just taking it a step at a time. So thank you for staying with me this week. For those of you who have been watching every day, this is really helpful to me. I know one of the comments I had was on one of my videos that it was depressing. I guess it is depressing if you're looking at it from the outside, but as I responded to the person, I never expected to be in this position, and I'm making the best of it and hoping that I'm doing everything I can to just get through it. Thanks, and talk to you tomorrow.